Hello, my name is Dante Salazar, and today I'll be giving a speech on the effects of rising population. Here's my audience. Okay, so it has been determined by scientists that the optimal human population that the Earth can hold, while there's still being enough resources to go around, is around 1.5 to 2 billion people. This includes certain requirements that humans might need, such as fresh water, food, and a living space. Over the course of history, human populations have rose at an exponential rate, causing problems such as food shortages, homelessness, and problems with our ecosystem to arise. Due to rising populations, food production has also risen in the world, yet there's not enough food to go around for everyone. In America, 27 million people suffer from hunger every day. 1 out of every 4 people in Africa suffer from hunger every day. In Asia, 2/3 of their total population suffers from hunger every day. One main factor contributing to the rise in the rates of hunger in the world is the growth of our population. With our population rising, there's just not enough food to go around. If we take a look at these charts, we can see just how much our population has risen. In the year 10,000 before the current era, we only had 4 million people on the earth. Then in the year 1800, we had 990 million people on the earth, almost 1 billion. As you can see from there, it skyrocketed. To the year 2019, we had 7.7 billion people in the world. In this chart here, we can see the growth rate of the world population every year. As you can see, it rose, but in 1968 it fell. But you can still see that it is predicted in the year 2050, our population will be at 90.7 billion, and in the year 2100, it will be at 10.9 billion. This paper here shows the world population density in different countries. As you can see, the darker the shade of green, the more density there was in that country. In these Asian countries, you can see that the density is at its highest, and in Europe, and in some African countries. In this paper here, we can see the world population by regions. Here we have Asia with the most population in the world, Africa, Europe, North America, Latin America, and Oceania. Just as the world's rising population has had an effect on our food demand, it has also had an effect on the availability of living spaces in the world. In the world today, approximately 100 million people are living without a home or other establishment where they can consistently stay at. In America, around 600,000 people are living without a home or place where they consistently can stay at. 200,000 of those people are living without access to homeless shelters, safe havens, or other types of refuges set up for the homeless. As you can see here, as I said, 600,000 people in the United States are without a home. 35% of those have no shelter, 10% are veterans, and 11% are victims of domestic abuse. Just as population growth rates have had an effect on our living spaces, they have also had an effect on unemployment rates. According to this graph right here, unemployment rates have been on the rise. They're starting to finally come down a little bit. But due to the amount of people in the world, there just isn't enough jobs in the world to go around as well. Although the rises in homelessness and unemployment due to the rise of our population is concerning, the impact that our rising population has had on the environment is just as concerning. As our population grows, so does our need to use different physical natural resources. These include fresh water, wood, and land. To meet certain goals and requirements, people need to use these physical natural resources. To make housing or buildings, people use wood for building supplies. For drinking water and recreational activities, people use fresh water. To make room for housings, businesses, or even transportation, people will cut into mountainsides and hillsides. With the amount of people using these resources, they're becoming scarce, and soon there will be no more in the world. As you can see here, you can see the different countries with the highest rates of deforestation. Number 1 is Brazil, number 2 is Indonesia, and then all the way to Nigeria. And right here at this chart, you can see the deforestation rates in the Brazilian Amazon by state. As you can see, the number is quite high as it reaches up to 160,000 square kilometers of area that is deforested. With the rising population, using much of our natural resources is just another problem that the world is going to have to solve. Throughout human history, our population has risen in great numbers. Due to the rising population, many problems have occurred around the world. One of the problems that have occurred is a food shortage. Due to this food shortage, many people around the world do not receive the necessary amount of food or nourishment that they need in order to survive. Another problem that has risen due to our rising population is a lack of living spaces. With not many living spaces in the world, many people are forced to be homeless and not have a place to stay. The final problem that I went over in this speech that was caused by the rise in our population was the use of our natural physical resources. With more and more people coming into the world and using our different natural physical resources such as wood, fresh water, and land, they are slowly becoming scarce and soon there will be no more. Although it is apparent that our world population is rising and is causing problems in the world, there have been little efforts to combat these issues. If people don't combat these issues soon, then the world will be in for a rude awakening. Now that I have finished with my speech, are there any questions?
Yes. How are they going to, or what are they doing to remedy the homeless problem?
Well, in different cities and countries, there are different homeless shelters and safe havens that the homeless can go to. And in America, there are different programs that are made to help make housing and other places for the homeless to stay at. Are there any other further questions?
No.
Thank you.